So we have 7 times the absolute value of 2x minus 3 equals to 21. So we want to isolate the absolute value sign. We want the absolute value sign to be by itself on one side. So we're going to divide 7 to both sides. And then we have the absolute value of 2x minus 3 is equal to 3. Okay, what number could we put in for x? That would be times 2, take away 3, and then the absolute value, it would give us 3. Okay, so we want to find that. Now, we have two possible cases. We have a positive case, we have a negative case. Because we're representing, you're basically you're saying if we didn't have anything with if we didn't have the 2 or the minus 3, what could we plug in for x when we take the absolute value will give us 3? What would be those numbers that has a distance of 3 on both sides of the number line? So drop the absolute value symbol for once we talk about what the type of cases, drop the absolute value, and we're going to write it as is. We have our positive case. Our negative case, I'm going to write the negative in front. Remember, I told you you can choose a side, the left side or the right side when it comes to the negative case, but choose a side. And I said in the last video, my preference is writing the negative on the left-hand side, because as we get into solving absolute value inequalities, having the negative there is going to play on the left-hand side, will play an important part into solving those inequalities. So let's solve. Where here we're going to add 3 to both sides, and we have 2x is equal to 6. Then we divide by 2. We have x is equal to 3. Next one, let's distribute the negative. We have negative 2x plus 3 is equal to 3. Subtracting 3 to both sides, we have negative 2x is equal to 0. Divide by negative 2. We have x is equal to 0. And then our solutions, we have 3 and 0. Next example. We have the absolute value of 4 plus 9 is equal to 6. We want to isolate the absolute value, meaning I want the absolute value of x plus 4 to be by itself. So that's the absolute value of x plus 4. So we're going to subtract 9 to both sides. We have the absolute value of x plus 4 is equal to 6 minus 9, which gives us negative 3. Can we solve this equation with having this absolute value equaling to a negative number? So the answer is no, we cannot solve this. We can't have a negative distance. So if I took out that plus 4 and I gave you this here and said plug in a value or values that we can plug in for x, take the absolute value, would give us negative 3, there would never be a number. Remember, the absolute value can be positive or 0, but never negative. Therefore, this equation does not have a solution, so we would say no solution.